Hi, my name is Larusso. I am in my studio in Louisville, Kentucky to talk a little bit about my work in this exhibit. For this exhibit, I made a series of paintings that are less about botany and more about the formal components or building blocks that can be organized to create a recognizable image on a two-dimensional surface. I'm unconcerned with studying or identifying the species of flower, but instead the paintings are about the image of a flower or the idea of an image of a flower, not the flower itself. The broken vase paintings have a sculptural element, making them seem both more real and more fake at the same time. There's a playfulness or humor to these that doesn't exist in the squares, which have a more earnest feel to them.
Hey everybody, this is Robert Minervini coming to you from my studio in Florence, Italy to answer some questions about my work with Galleri Urbane and tell you a little bit about my art practice. I'm predominantly a painter, but I also work in mural painting, public art, and printmaking. I'm really interested in the intersection of nature and culture. My work really has grown out of a practice of landscape painting and developed over the years. I predominantly use acrylic paint, and I use a variety of techniques in my paintings that give my work a particular aesthetic. I use hand painting, brushing, as one might imagine, but I use a lot of stenciling, airbrushing, spraying, rolling, lots of different techniques that I think I'm always really interested in how acrylic paint can be applied and adhere to the way in which someone interprets the work. I'm really attracted to botanical subject matter, in part because my work has really come out of a interest in trying to understand a contemporary relationship to nature and how it's changing and evolving. Mitigated through screens, mitigated through distance. We're a highly technological society at this point, which doesn't necessarily connect with nature in the same ways as we used to. And I'm interested in using this history of landscape painting and still life painting to reimagine and investigate these subject matters and themes in today's environment.
Hi everyone, my name is Juan Negroni. I am a Puerto Rican artist currently based in Dallas, Texas, and I'm talking to you from my studio to briefly go over my practice, which has obviously shifted since I moved from Puerto Rico to Dallas. Back in Puerto Rico, the issue of identity wasn't important, or it wasn't a subject for me, as well as for many other artists who are now in the diaspora, and for obvious reasons. Once we move to another place, this subject becomes our main focus. As for the work that I have right now, or the 2D work that I'm working with right now, it's an exploration of the relationship we have with plants and how we depend so much on them, but at the same time they depend so much on us. What I find compelling about plants, I think that it's the multiplicity of meanings behind the imagery as it is, and also behind what plants can do for us. You know, in my case, we always had a small domestic garden, but my dad kept it alive, and it was a luscious garden full of like fruit plants, and he was really proud of the fact that we could actually eat from those plants. So I guess after I went back to the house and he wasn't there anymore, plants became this communication system between me and him. I want to feel like, or I want to believe that he's still present somehow in my life, which it's obvious that he is. But through plants, I was able to grieve in a less painful way, you know, and plants became the celebration of my father and my relationship with him, and also with my whole family. You know, I think plants became a celebration of my time in Puerto Rico.